I just realized I forgot to set up the audio for the live scene how I wanted. Oh well. Anyways, hello everybody. How are we doing tonight? A little bit of a later start than I wanted to, but we are going to be starting a brand new game today, Fate Extra. New starting music. He got used to the Tsukihime music. Yeah, welcome Sriska, welcome. Yeah, the new starting music that we're using is Nero's theme. Nero being a character in this game, Fate Extra. I'm not going into this blind, but there are certainly things that I don't know, and I've never like watched a full playthrough. I read a transcription of one once, like only one route specifically. I kind of went over this before, but there's essentially like 6 routes because there's 2 major decisions to make. One at the beginning that has like 3 options, and one like halfway through that has 2 options. So there's like 6 major variations of the story. We're probably gonna go through all of them. Just to see. But yeah. For once, we have a Type Moon game that isn't a visual novel. This game does have gameplay. From what I've heard, it's kind of dog shit, but it does exist. So, yeah. We're only gonna be streaming for like an hour and a half today, so I have absolutely no idea how far into it we're gonna get. So I guess without any further ado, let's just jump right into it, shall we? We are going to start a new game. Let's go normal. Oh god, what are the controls? Ah! God damn it. Don't full screen. Don't do that. Hello? Game settings. Control mapping. Cause I am not using a controller. I am on keyboard. Should I have figured all of this out prior? Probably. I don't know what this means. None of that means anything to me. This could be an issue. None of the... It's part of the experience fixing game settings. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. It's a bright, sunny morning. The air is filled with the joyful laughter of students. Would help if I was on the thing. There's more activity than normal in front of the school gate. Okay, so this is a PSP game, and I have never played a PSP game before, so the control bindings are all very strange to me. Nothing is what I expect. Nothing does what I expect it to do. A crowd is forming as students are being called over. I wonder what's going on. When I peer into the center of the hubbub, I see my friend and student council president, Issei Ryudo. Hey! If you were around... Ah, damn it. I was hoping it was fully voiced. If you were around for Fate's Day night, you should remember this guy. Good morning. Lovely weather we're having, don't you think? Why do you look so surprised? We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. I have been tasked with performing inspections to ensure students are in compliance with school rules. What? Try turning off software rendering? Where is that? I'm looking through settings, I don't know. Huh. I'm not seeing anything. Weird. Anyways. Now, it goes without saying that everyone is subject to inspections, even old friends. Now then, uniform inspection time. Collar, check. Pant hems, check. And your socks, check. Next is the contents of your bag. Notebooks, textbooks, pencil box. Not even a whiff of contraband. My god. Your nails are evenly cut and your haircut is sensible. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukimi... there's a typo there. It's Tsukimihara. You're a model Tsukimihara Academy student. Someone like you ought to consider a future in student government. You'd be perfect for it. Oh, but I'd never try to coerce you into joining the student council. We aren't like that. Now then, off to your classroom. Enjoy your day. Before I can reply, Mr. Diligent Student Council President is on to the next student's inspection. Hungry for gossip on their way to their classrooms, the students jabber about the inspections. Things are always so gently bustling in the morning. Another peaceful beginning to another peaceful day. Hang on, I want to check. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing anything that looks like the thing it said to turn off. Hang on, more settings. Where would that be? Oh, here it is. I can't turn it off. Oh well. I guess we're living with it. Press triangle while on campus to open the system menu. Here you can save your game, adjust game options, etc. I see. Okay. No. Okay. What? No. What? No! Why is that? Where am I going? Hello? No, I'm not trying to... That is so weird. What the heck? Did I flip those around by mistake? Oh my god. What is happening? Archery range? No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh my fucking god. You know what? Where is it? I have a controller. This would be much easier with a controller. Let me... No. No. Let me save. If I can get it to. Oh my god. What? Oh my god. No, stop doing that. Okay, you know what? There, we can use a save state. Okay. One moment again. Oops, I was muted. I have a controller plugged in. I get the sense that using it is going to be a lot more intuitive. No. File. Let me load that. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah. A lingering scent in the air triggers in my thoughts a soft wave of nostalgia. The archery range seems to be completely empty. The entrance is even closed up tight. I'd better hightail it back to the classroom. Room 2A is on the main building's second floor. Okay. Oh, I can talk to people. I have this weird feeling that I'm forgetting something. I just can't think of what it might be. Man. Man, I must have a hole in my head. Maybe if I head back to my classroom. Welcome and enjoy your stay at Tsukimihara Academy. Is it really Tsukumi? I feel like it should be Tsukimi. I just wanted to try saying that once, just to see how corny it would sound. If you continue right, you'll find the archery range, but you should head for the school building now. Your classroom is on the second floor, right? If you don't get to your classroom soon, you'll incite Tiger's wrath. Yes. We're going to be seeing quite a few familiar faces here. Oh, isn't the archery range open? What is this archery range you speak of? Oh, that building over there to the right. What about it? Well, somebody left their stuff there, but whatever. By the way, how is the audio balance? Is everything good? Oh. Huh. That's weird. Okay, school building. Oh man, I got to go to the bathroom before homeroom starts. My eyes are starting to float. What does that mean? Let's explore the school building a little. Fighting on school grounds is strictly prohibited. That's a little unnerving. Audio's good? Cool. This is room 1A. Even though no one is around, the silence is so absolute that it's somewhat unnerving. This is room 1B. This classroom feels totally lifeless. The lack of students just makes that feeling worse. Room 1B, same thing. This is room 1C. All of the first year classrooms seem totally devoid of life. I wonder what's going on. The class schedule for freshman students has been posted. Technically, I took all of these classes last year, but I don't remember anything about them. Okay. Wait, that was different. The schedule for each grade has been posted. As a freshman, it's difficult enough just trying to remember the names of your classmates. No. It looks like a fire alarm. Just the sight of it makes me want to set it off. Hakuno. No. I don't think we're Hakuno just yet. This person doesn't look like Hakuno. 4 days until the next exam. Be sure to study your hardest. Sincerely, Miss Fujimura. Fujine! Except not ne now, because, we're not Shiro. The door to the supply room is locked tight. Students aren't allowed to enter. This is the faculty office. I don't really have any need or desire to talk with any of the teachers, so I shouldn't go in. From the faculty, exams start next week, so be sure to curtail club activities and study. Hello. I woke up this morning with a splitting headache, and I've been really forgetful as of late. Seems like a lot of people are feeling that way. From the nurse's office, it seems that many students are falling ill due to the stress of exams. Please come to the nurse's office if you feel ill or are injured. This is the faculty office. Okay. The academy's garden is up ahead. It looks like it's under renovation, so only those involved in the process are allowed to go in. Girls' bathroom. I don't have the guts to walk in. The boys' bathroom. I don't really need to go now. Okay, fair enough. Up the stairs. We better head to the classroom. Our classroom? 2A, ring a bell? Okay, but I want to explore. My classroom is 2A. I don't have any business on the 3rd floor. I ought to get to my class before the bell rings. Oh, come on. Tsukimihara Times Preview Edition 1. I guess they're sticking with Suku. A special feature will begin the day after tomorrow, but I am pretty sure it's Tsuki. Cracking the Unsolved Mysteries of Tsukimihara Academy, so I think I'm just gonna stick with Tsukimihara. Don't miss it. Because, like, it's supposed to be a moon reference. This is the library. There are weird mechanical noises coming from inside. I'd check it out, but the door's locked. Huh. From the librarian, about exams. The library will be closed for the duration of exams. During the closure, the shelves will be reorganized and the much requested PCs added. Stop by after your exams. Library. Okay. That's 2A. Let's explore a bit more. A friendly little reminder from Miss Fujimura. Any student who gets a red mark in my class is invited to my special tutoring session. At the bottom of the flyer is a drawing of Miss Fujimura swinging a wooden sword. Ah, Fujine, never change. In no way will that be a normal tutoring session. I better not get any red marks. This is Class 2B. There's a lot of athletes here, so it's a little overwhelming. It's noisy, as usual. I'd rather not be noticed, so I better hightail it out of here. This is Class 2C. Student Council President Issei is in Class C, but he's not here now. He must be busy. I don't know anyone else here. I should probably leave. The librarian's message devolves into scribbles. Carpe diem. I know that's supposed to be inspirational, but... This is the shared locker for the classroom's use. It has stationery and supplies, buried under a treasure trove of Miss Fujimura's junk. Alright, let's get to class. Let's be a good student. Chimes raise curtains on humble days, precious as a handful of gold dust. As I enter class, I see Mato, with a bunch of girls. Why he's so popular is a mystery. Yay, voice acting! It's very quiet, though. I'll have to go into the audio settings. God, he's so annoying in every timeline, in every universe, every version of him. It's a little early for so much abuse, but as it's Shinji Mato, it can't be helped. His arrogance is almost palatable. I don't know what he's saying, but it makes all the girls squeal with joy. Actually, let me rephrase. His popularity isn't so much mysterious as it is unnatural. Damn it. No more voice acting. I was just doing a little math tutoring. This stuff is beyond easy. For me, anyway. Wait a sec. Hey, Mato, isn't the answer to this question totally wrong in every way? Get his ass! But what in the... I'm the one who solved that. There's no way it could be wrong. But look at this. Since when did 2 + 2 = 5? I'd never make such a stupid mistake. It's all your fault. You're the idiots here, not me. Sure, dude. As Shinji raises his voice, the girls all panic and run back to their desks. I hate dealing with the proletariat, bro. You cannot be serious. Especially when they think they're my equal. It's really pathetic that these worms don't know their place. Jesus Christ, dude, how are you worse? That's why I like you so much. Even though you're boring, you know not to steal my thunder. You're the ultimate sidekick. Shinji flashes me a smile. It's weird how I never take offense at the way he talks to me. By some strange twist of fate, Shinji Mato and I are friends. How we became friends was... I can't quite remember how it happened. I want to say we met in spring sometime. The bell for class rings as I try to recollect. And who should fly through the door but our homeroom teacher, Miss Fujimura. Fujine, save me. I made it. Good morning, And there she goes. And thud. Miss Fujimura trips, falling painfully onto the floor. As she lands, her head strikes the corner of the platform at the front of the classroom. The classroom goes dead silent. Every student's attention is focused on the same thing. Again? How does she manage to trip in the same place every time? Listen, you. This isn't the time to be making stupid jokes. You're right, she isn't moving. Did she get knocked out or something? A few brave students get out of their seats and crowd around the still comatose Fujimura. Hey, Miss Fujimura. Miss Fujimura, are you okay? What? Huh? What's wrong, everyone? Hey, class is about to start, so get back to your seats, pronto. Miss Fujimura jumps to her feet as if nothing had happened. It's almost as if the memory of her sudden and violent trip to the floor was totally erased. As this happens all the time, no one seems to notice or care enough to say anything. No one gives a thought to how odd it is for this to happen every single day. Okay. I do want to clarify something here. So when this game first, was being made, this is from, 2010, they weren't really sure how well it was going to sell. So one thing that they did a lot of was, reusing characters from Fate Stay Night, because this was the first, spin-off, totally unrelated to Fate Stay Night. So they reused a lot of characters from Fate Stay Night, but they're, completely different people here. I mean, they're basically the same character, but canonically they're different people. I promise it makes sense. It's kind of like what Hoyoverse does with a lot of their characters. Also, I do have to get up. I'm sorry I keep going to the BRB screen today, but I do have to get up for a few minutes. And then we will get back to this. So, see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, we are back. I want to see. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if I could open up the options menu, like the in-game options menu. But that appears to be a no. So, the scene playing out before me seems to never change from day to day. The exact same lessons, the exact same subject, the exact same content. Today we're going to study the biography of Dr. Peaceman, a talented physician who... Miss Fujimura is conducting class today the same way she does every day. Also, right now it's starting off, like, very similar to Fate Stay Night in a lot of ways. I promise it's going to get more its own thing as we continue. You may not know, but when I was young, an unknown pathogen was the cause of a serious epidemic. In fact, outbreaks were common, but now most illnesses are cured using nano-thingy-majigs. And FYI, I'm still young. This will be on the test, so make sure you don't forget it. I mean it. Her ensuing laughter stopped short at her eyes, which seemed deadly serious. Just as everyone is about to call Fujimura out, the bell signaling the end of class rings. Alright, that's all for today. Be sure to study hard tonight, and don't forget those important points I told you about. While today's class wasn't all that boring, it is a relief when the bell rings. As the bell signaling the end of the day sounds, students begin to break off into small groups. Thank God that's over. I was getting sick of all the busy work. Being a student sucks. The worst part of the whole deal is having to attend these stupid classes. You're still here. That's unusual. You don't have any plans, like a date or something? Heh, I'm just messing with you. I know you're too big of a nerd to ever get a date. I mean, you're just going to your dork club, the journalism club, right? Well, seeing as you're as boring as stale white bread, your life is exactly as it should be. You know exactly what your role in life is, and you stay there. Well, catch you later. See you in class tomorrow. Okay, options. Event voices on. Okay, background music, let's turn that down a bit. And then hopefully the voice acting is... like... okay in comparison? I don't know. I guess the journalism club's been busy. I mean, with all of the weird stuff happening. Weird stuff? Recently, a lot of students have been getting hurt. Rumor is that there's a slasher on campus. Huh. I'm in the journalism club? Huh? You're not a member? You're always talking in the hallway with the editor-in-chief. It seems kind of pathetic to just head straight home after school. I should join a club. I hate wearing uniforms. I should have gone somewhere that lets you wear regular clothes. What? I'd kill to be able to wear the black uniform of the student council like you. One of my desk's legs is shorter than the others, and it keeps shifting around. Ah, it's driving me insane. Oh, I've been there. Guys always bolt when it's time to clean. The lies they tell to get out of helping are pathetic. Hey, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club was calling a general meeting. You'd better go. Okay. The editor-in-chief of the school newspaper is calling for you. You better go talk to her. Yeah, I heard you the first time. But, like, where does the journalism club meet? I really wish I was dating Shinji's sister. She's that cute girl in the nurse's office. And we'd get married and she'd feed me and I'd wake up to her every day. But the thought of Shinji being my brother-in-law is... ugh, if only they weren't related. I've got good news for you, dude. Technically, they aren't. I was gonna say, like, at least in the original universe, or timeline, but actually they aren't related here either, because this Sakura is... well, I'll keep my mouth shut about that. Hey, what's going on? More drama? The school newspaper has been so busy these days. There's a lot of weird rumors to check out. Oh, okay, here we are. Hello, fellow journalist. First, go off and listen to what the editor-in-chief has to say. Take care of whatever it is. She's so hyperactive. You're the only one who can stand to be around her. Anyway, listen to what the editor-in-chief has to say. Okay. Oh wait, I just realized, is this the track trio? Oh my god, it is! Look who's here. It's the newspaper club's ace. Gotten any leads? What, did you forget? You have to write an Unsolved Mysteries of Tsukimihara article. Come on, I told you yesterday. There isn't very much time left before the deadline. Well, whatever. Your work's always good, so I'll leave this in your capable hands. Jeez, my benevolence is like a Black Panther running around. Yes, that doesn't make sense. So that's that. I've done some of the investigating. It's your job to do the rest. Don't look so surprised. There's a method to my madness. Okay, so about the first preview edition, the one called Gateway to the Paranormal. So listen, there's supposedly an entrance to the spirit world at the rear of the archery range. One time, a male student who got bullied a lot was told to pick up the trash there and vanished. Everyone's totally convinced that there's paranormal activity going on back there. Isn't that scary? I mean, ridiculous? Anyway, go sniff out the truth. Leave no stone unturned. Your nose and eyes are the tools of the trade for a journalist. Got it? Yep, got it. Your reply should be, yes ma'am. Alright, hop to it. Okay. It's the archery range, alright? The archery range. Okay, okay, I hear ya. Oh, the cafeteria is just up ahead. It looks like they're still getting ready. Okay. That's not where I... Oh. Out of the blue, a feeling that something was moving behind the door overcame me. As a rule, students aren't allowed inside of the supply room. It might just be a rat or something. For some unknown reason, I find my eyes drawn to the door of the supply room when the door is suddenly and violently thrown open. Oh shit, hey dude. That's still super quiet, oh my god. Without warning, a man appears from out of the shadows. Dressed in black with a dour expression, the person in question is very intimidating. But that sense of intimidation is immediately replaced with extreme discomfort and unease. A sudden, overwhelming sense of danger gives me goosebumps all over my body. His cold, blank stare sends chills down my spine, as though he's marking me for death. For some reason, it feels as if he's deciding whether to break my neck or skin me alive. He begins to mutter under his breath while at the same time he reaches out with his right hand. The chills running down my spine gain intensity as waves of nausea and vertigo wash over me. I feel like a rabbit watching the wolf draw near. Maybe this isn't just raw terror. I think he's holding something that's making me feel this way. The note of disgust in his voice is obvious as he slowly lowers his hand. The paralysis that seemed to take hold of me suddenly fades away. The man continues to look down on me with those dead eyes of his. The campus is about to close. If you have nothing else to do, I advise you to go home now. The man who introduces himself as Mr. Kuzuki turns and heads back into the supply room. With that, the final bell begins to chime, signaling the end of the school day. Everything begins to progress as normal, as if nothing out of the ordinary had happened. But I'm still sore and slicked with sweat, an all too real reminder of what happened. Wonderful. We now have a teacher with obvious murderous intent teaching at our school. Wasn't his name Kuzuki? He seems not dangerous, but definitely merciless. I mean, we know what Kuzuki looks like, and he doesn't look like that. An entrance to the spirit world? No clue. Maybe you should ask the archery club advisor, Fujimura. You want to know where Tiger is? Wouldn't she be at the archery range or something? Indeed, wouldn't she? The priest from the neighborhood chapel has been coming to school a lot lately. He's tall, dark, and handsome. Mostly dark. Hi, Fujine. You caught me in the middle of cleaning. Those archery club kids don't even unstring their bows. The worst is when they leave their arrows stuck in the target mound. I usually make the kids do it, but there's no club activities leading up to exams, so I'm doing it. Huh? An entrance to the spirit world? That's just a rumor, it's not real. Exams are right around the corner, so don't waste your time on stuff like that. Go home, shoo, shoo! What appears in the archery range isn't an entrance to the spirit world, but Miss Fujimura. Well, I can't say I'm surprised she's behind one of Tsukimihara's mysteries. It's fitting. I'll report this tomorrow, so I can go home now if I want. A day will pass if you go home. No, we're gonna stay here. I think I'll poke around the campus a little longer. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. Okay. I can see the target mound. The targets are about 30 yards away. Tsukimihara Academy has a much larger archery range than most other high schools do. Its size just goes to show what a big deal the archery club is at Tsukimihara Academy. Anything else to look at around here? You got anything else to say, Fujine? Go home already. Haven't you heard the rumors about there being a slasher in the area? Okay. This side gate is closed. If I want to leave school, I should exit at the main gate. Okay. Nothing over there. Okay. Let's poke around the school a little bit more. Wait a sec. Is Nurse Sakura really Shinji Mato's little sister? Where did you get that idea? They don't look anything alike. Huh. She's not? I'm not really sure. I feel for her though. It's like she's the topic of a million rumors. Plus, she has Shinji as a brother. If I was her, my diary would be longer than War and Peace. You actually keep a diary? How archaic. I never expected something like that from you. Room 1A. It's empty. Okay. Nothing around here. Can't go down to the cafeteria. Have you met the new student counselor, Kuzuki? Talk about terrifying. He seems so cold. I didn't think he was a teacher at first. Just a glance from him made me shiver. Sakura! Hey, Sakura. Oh, it's you, brother. I heard that you've been skipping out on the archery club's morning practices lately. Why haven't you been showing up? And where do you get off taking a break without my say-so? I get it now. You've been going to their house again, haven't you? Yes, I have been going there, but I just wanted to help, and... Let me guess, you felt you were obligated to, right? Jeez, why must you be so damn naive? Wait a sec. What was that just now? Anyway, if someone gets hurt, just leave them to suffer. Just do what I tell you to, and things will be a-okay. I mean, it seems like people get some kind of perverse thrill from getting in my way. To force one of my dear little sister to miss valuable practice time. That's not how it was at all. I wasn't forced to do anything. I wanted to help. Why is it so wrong to help those who need it? Ha! Isn't it only fools and the weak who manage to get themselves hurt somehow? And why help anybody out? Will that person ever pay you back or help you in return? Of course they won't. And if you think otherwise, you're an idiot. I won't be used by anyone. It's better to treat others as cattle. And isn't it time for you to admit to feeling the same way? But for me, that option... Stop right there. I don't care what you have to say. Stop going to that house, Sakura. Got it? Fuck off, dude. Hey, Sakura, you okay? Oh, hi. Can I help you with anything? If you ever start feeling unwell, please come by the nurse's office. The nurse's office. I can feel the people inside, but I'm not quite sure how. Anyway, the door won't budge. The Academy's garden is up ahead. Okay. Second floor. The editor-in-chief of the school newspaper is calling for you, blah blah blah. Okay, Hey, what's going on? More drama? Oh, I talked to you already. That's so weird. I tried to go to the library before exams, but you can't get in. Yeah, it is very strange of them to close the library right before exams. You'd think that would be, like, the peak time to have it open. On the bulletin board, flyers for solicitations for clubs and notices for school functions are posted. Flyer, yep. This is classroom 3A. I don't know much about the upperclassmen. Fair enough. Class 3B, none of the upperclassmen seem to adore curry. CL mentioned. Hey, have you noticed how that girl in the nurse's office wears long sleeves, even in the summer? Yeah, she's always wearing that long jacket. Could it be because her older brother bullies her? Damn, just coming out and saying it, huh? This is Class 3C. They gape at me like underclassmen are some sort of exotic creatures. What's this? Somebody scribbled in the corner. Shinji, you're such a show-off. Very true. I give a wry smile. Who wrote that, I wonder? Four days until the next exam. Yep, okay. Wait, what's this? Rain or shine, the student council president is at the main gate. Gotta tip your hat to that. Yeah, or pull the stick out of his butt so he can walk away. He's not a bad guy overall, though. This is the multimedia room. Okay. Movie club. Movie screening schedule. This week's movie, The Great Pirate Stronghold, Chronicle of the South Seas. It sounds like an action-adventure movie. I might want to see it. Okay. The door to the rooftop is locked. There's a do not enter sign hung on the doorknob. Okay. Well, if that's all there is to see, then we may as well head on out. Maybe I should just go home now. Yeah, let's save. Humble days as precious as gold dust. Where are the buyers? As I walk into class, the girls that normally flock around Shinji Mato aren't there. Shinji seems to be in a bad mood today. His usual posse of girls is keeping their distance. I'll ask him if something happened. What? Like I'd tell you if anything happened to me? Which it didn't. Nothing happened at all. Sure. Hey, you know that Ice Queen Rin Tosaka? She thinks she's so much better than everyone else. At first, I thought that she would be the only one who understood how lonely it is at the top. I tried talking to her yesterday, but I got nowhere. Maybe I just intimidated her or something? No. I might have lost a few points for getting violent, but girls who talk back to me get slapped. Gonna kick his ass. I'd never hook up with such a violent, stuck-up bitch like that, no matter how hot she is. What a waste. She'd be perfect if she'd just keep her mouth shut. You agree with me, right? Right? No. Looks like there's some tension between Shinji and Rin Tosaka. Knowing Shinji, he probably hit on her and got shot down. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And why'd she take a shot at me? I thought she was going to spinning star kick me next. He continues to whine under his breath. I can only imagine how sleazy Shinji was being with her. Oh, I don't have to imagine. Normally, his super aggressive approach works. Somehow. But obviously it didn't with Rin Tosaka. Life's more interesting when it's got little shakeups like this. As if right on cue, Miss Fujimura barges into the classroom as the bell sounds. I made it. Good morning, everyone. Alright, no one's absent, and since there are no announcements, let's just start homeroom. And there she goes. As soon as she turns to reach for the chalk, she trips and falls as she always does. As she falls, her fingernails drag across the blackboard with a horrifying sound. And thus, another typically mundane day begins anew. And though the Great War had finally come to an end, regional conflicts still persist. Despite the suffering of the previous generation, battles are still waged 30 years on. Standing behind the lectern today is the school's newest teacher, Kuzuki. Although he's supposed to be teaching math, his lesson seems to have gone off on a tangent. He's supposed to be teaching math. Now, instead of armies, attacks in ever greater numbers are being carried out by terrorists. And in an attempt to suppress these terrorist groups. With that, the bell signaling the end of classes sounds. And with the end of the day here, the tension in the classroom drops immediately. Alright, let us end here today. Oh yes, before I forget, there is an announcement from the student counselor. Recently, a rise in the number of slashing incidents has made the surrounding area dangerous. With that in mind, keep any detours to a minimum and head home as quickly as possible. Get home quickly? Good advice, but I still have to finish a few assignments for the journalism club. Why I'm so gung-ho about investigating the school's 7 wonders is a mystery even to me, but it seems important for some reason. I have to turn in yesterday's report. I'd better go see the editor-in-chief this evening. You're investigating a story right now? Maybe I should join the journalism club too. The editor-in-chief was looking for you. She was going on about you being late with an article. I might have this stream go on a bit longer than I was originally planning to, just so I can get through this whole prologue section. Did you see that punk around? I mean Shinji, of course. Don't say that to his face, though. Strange happenings on campus? I wonder who comes up with all of those rumors. Hey, guess what? I just passed this gorgeous girl on the stairs. Could she be a new student? What? I'm sure you're just talking about Rin Tosaka from Class B. Rin Tosaka? Never heard of her. You've really never heard of her? Pretty, athletic, smart, classy, or a stuck-up Miss Perfect who all the guys adore and all the girls despise. It wouldn't be unrealistic to call Rin Tosaka the most popular girl in the whole school. Are you pulling my leg? Girl, you're so dense you probably wouldn't feel it if I pulled your leg anyway. What? I'm not dense. Much. But she wasn't wearing our school uniform. She was wearing red. How do you explain that? I don't know. I hadn't noticed. Huh? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. You would. Come on, let's hurry to our club. Yeah. Mr. Kuzuki? Everyone says he's scary, but he's actually a good teacher. Hey, guess what? I heard this from a friend of a friend, but... Huh? What is it? Miss Fujimura is living with one of the students here. Ew! You mean like romantically? But that's taboo. No, it's not like that. Probably. Isn't our school weird? I can't put my finger on it, but maybe it's the teachers or the classes. Like, everything feels artificial somehow. Huh? Wait, that would mean that... That's it! That's it! Oops, don't mind me. The crazy, sometimes it comes out. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? Interesting. So it was Tiger. Of course there's no entrance to the spirit world. Thanks to you, the article will be great. Are you ready for the next article assignment? The next unsolved mystery is... Yesterday, there was a girl dressed in red on the rooftop. Rumors about Little Red Rooftop are spreading. Go find out what this is all about. A journalist lets the news guide their feet. To the rooftop. Yep. You heard what the editor-in-chief has to say. Hurry up and solve the mystery of Little Red Rooftop. Actually, that rumor makes me queasy too. You're to investigate the rooftop next. Good luck. I said this yesterday too. You can't avert your eyes from life's mysteries. So true, Saegusa. The girl on the rooftop? Ah, her. She just happens to be up there right now. I saw her holding the keys to the rooftop a moment ago. Thank you for the tip, Issei. I see. It's going to be so easy now. The exam! I'm talking about the exam. Suspicious. Did you hear? There was a murder near the school yesterday. A high school kid was killed. It happened on their way home. I live near there, and now I'm scared to go home. Okay, doesn't look like there's anyone else here. To the rooftop. I turned the doorknob and the metal door opens silently on its hinges. As a rule, no one is allowed up on the roof, but I can see someone's elongated shadow. The vibrant colors set off by the setting of the sun is enough to take one's breath away. Under the now blood-red sky, a single girl looks out onto the town that spreads out below. Like a figure out of a painting, the girl seems to shine with the same red glow as the setting sun. Rin!
綺麗な夕日。ここにいる人たちは今そう捉えているんでしょうね。確かにとっても綺麗な光
Oh
景
my
だわ。
god, the voice acting is so
ま
quiet.
るで生きていない。口当たりのいい世界。約束された退屈な平穏。くれていくだけの未来。ここはまるでカリカチュアね。趣味の悪い木だ。見るだけ、残すだけの記録に一体何の価値があるんだか。
I'm not quite sure if that last statement was supposed to express disgust or disappointment. As she finishes speaking, a faint smile forms on the girl's lips as she slowly turns in my direction. Her unwavering gaze makes it seem like she can see things hidden to others. Her eyes seem to shine with an intensity that rivals that of the fiery red of the evening sky.
あら？システムサイドから警告ってわけ？ご苦労様ね。え？違うの？じゃあ NPC？
Girl, you're not doing a very good job of blending in.
何の関係もない NPC が来るなんて。て やっぱりこの場所は外れだったのかしら。
Continuing to mumble quietly to herself, the girl quickly walks my way.
まあいいわ。人目もないし、試すにはちょうどいいし。ちょっとあなた、そこ動かないで。
Unexpectedly, her finger reaches out and touches my cheek.
ちょっと何これ。システムサイドからのブロックってこと。なるほど。
It's been so long since it tapped into the Fate series, but you remember in early years of anime she always appeared in the top 10 best girl. I forgot her personality. Is she tsundere? Yeah, she is quite tsundere. She likes to tease people, a bit mischievous. Very dedicated to maintaining a particular image. I really like Rin, and I don't know how to summarize her in a way that doesn't feel super reductive, because she's genuinely very well written. Mumbling to herself, the girl disappears without a trace. It's like no one was ever there at all. She vanished? There or not, her form has been indelibly burned into my mind. Oh, you're still here. It's almost time to leave school, so you should prepare to go home. What's wrong? You look a little pale. The sound of Issei's voice pulls me back to reality. I must look completely dazed and confused. Maybe I'm tired, or... I'll talk with the editor-in-chief again tomorrow. In any case, I think the course of wisdom for now would be to go home like Issei says. No, we're not gonna leave just yet. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, I should head out through the main gate. Yep. I want to poke around a little. Why do you look so out of sorts? School will end shortly. Make your way home quickly. Did you hear there was a murder? Yep. Okay. I have not talked to anybody on the first floor. For some strange reason, I feel like there's a door here. What do you want? Interesting. For some reason, Shinji keeps messing with the door. I wonder what he's up to. That's weird. Why won't it open? What, you haven't left yet? Wait, don't tell me. No, never mind. Losers like you shouldn't be on campus right now. Who knows? You might get whacked by that killer. Hey, don't say I didn't warn you. What are you up to? Shut it, you! It won't mean anything to a nerd like you, but Wait, why am I explaining anything to you? Just get the hell out of here already. What? Just go home already. Fine. Don't girls get cold when they wear flowy skirts? You would think. Soon the time will come for you to pick a side in the nerd war. Oh, we'll be picking a side in some war, alright? Comic books are so much better than manga. That guy over there, though, likes big eyes and small mouths. Do you think a fly on the wall or the fly on men's pants has a better view? Why is it even called a fly in the first place? Fascinating question. Me? Living with a student? Ah, no, I'm his guardian, just his guardian. The child of one of my parents' friends had been living alone, so I've been helping out. Which means that I go over to his house, but not that I live with him. I don't, not at all. Hey, what's with that face? You don't believe your own teacher? You're a good kid. You don't even know what those bad kids mean by living together, right? Right? And now your teacher needs to give those kids who are spreading rumors a little educational guidance. I believe you, Taiga. I love this manga. It's my favorite. Don't tell Tiger or she'll confiscate it. Oh, Fujimura! Okay. I don't have the option to be mean and tell her. Nobody in the archery range. Okay. Alright, let's head out. Auspicious star, such dazzling light, it drowns even the chime of bells. I enter the classroom. Once again, Shinji Mato, in the seat next to me, has a full house. I'm telling you, you don't have any talent. Give up before you look like a... we're not gonna say that. So you know what he said to that? What? What did he say? We're dying to know. Tell us. This wuss gets all boo-hoo and he says, I'll keep practicing until I get better. I can at least get better than you who skips practice. Sorry, I have to laugh. Anybody knows that you can't practice your way into being a genius. If he wants to practice something, he should practice not sounding like a tool. That's something you should practice. The guy's not a total maggot, but he's still trash that needs to find a garbage can. That moron. People aren't created equal. Even people who are born above average can never reach the same heights as the naturally gifted. You must be so talented if you don't need to practice, Mato. I feel bad for that kid. Trash can't help being trash. It should learn to stop dreaming about being something better. I'm so sick of this guy already. The bell rings. In response, the gaggle of girls shuffle off to their own seats. While we wait for the teacher to arrive, I get caught up on what Shinji said for some reason. Whether or not Shinji has innate talent, he doesn't, I think it's pretty clear that I'm a nobody. A nobody with no goals. I mean, when I try to even think about the future, I get overwhelmed. As long as I keep plodding along, someday I'll reach my totally average future. Yay. That's what happens to everyone, right? Are there actually people who break the pattern? How? I have no idea. For me, today is just another ordinary day. Good morning, everyone! Suddenly, my heart accelerates, each beat painfully strong. It's as if my body's on high alert. I know it's not a reaction to Miss Fujimura. No. Well, kids, this is a little out of the blue, but today I want to introduce you to a new friend. Hi, Leo! It's him, That blonde boy is the one who's causing my body's fight-or-flight instincts to prickle. Go on, Leo. Introduce yourself. Thought the floor would get hurt again. Huh? Well, Leo, you'll be attending school with these people, so I'm sure they'd like to know who you are. He steps forward and then, in a louder voice, says, The classroom is silent. There aren't even any jabs at his eccentric manner of speaking, or any coos over how pretty he is. Instead, the entire classroom is enthralled by his regal bearing, entranced even. Shinji's words come to mind. This is what it means to be on a different level. None of us plebes could ever hope to reach the level that this new kid lives on. It's not overextending to call his very existence transfixing. Like deer in headlights, we're immobilized by a presence far brighter than our own. His natural place is above us, looking down as our king. How did someone like him end up here? It must be a mistake. Anyway, everyone, please make Leo feel welcome. Then, Leo, if you would please take a seat. It looks like the third seat in the second row from the right is open. Will that be okay? Leo? Ah, you're addressing me. I see no reason to not allow you to call me Leo, as it didn't feel awkward to hear it from you. If you have the chance, I'd very much like for a delightful woman like you to visit my country. What? Jeez, don't joke with your teacher. To your seat, Leo. I won't smack you since, well, it was kind of flattering of you to say that. Of course. I appreciate your diplomacy, Miss Fujimura. Then the boy gave the kind of easy smile that only kids can. That simple smile washes away the tension in the room, and people even begin to smile themselves. I think he's not so much a king as a prince. He may be above us, but he also has natural charisma that draws us up to his level. However, it seems that there is at least one person in class whose mileage varies. I don't like him. Flirting with the teacher already? That arrogant little twerp. Shinji's clearly not happy. If you have any questions, ask anyone in the class or myself. Come to me first. There's no need to be shy. Yes, I understand. I am pleased that I will be attending such a good school. Okay, so we've now met Shinji, character who I shall not name, Rin, and Leo. That's 4. Am I imagining things? Just for a second, I thought he shifted his attention toward me. Not toward anyone else, not even Shinji, who's still bad-mouthing Leo, but to me alone. Yeah, right. There's no way a practically otherworldly person like him would notice bland me. The school day ended with nothing else of interest occurring. But that Leo, I can't shake the uneasiness he awoke in my heart. It feels like cogs somewhere have become misaligned. No, I'm just excited because for once something happened. Well, besides what happened yesterday. I should report yesterday's findings to the editor-in-chief. It seems like more and more people are staying home. Could that slasher rumor be true? Hey, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club is calling a general meeting. You better go. Yeah. I kinda have a headache. It's like static in my head. Maybe there's a cold going around. I hear a familiar voice as I walk down the hallway. It's coming from around the corner. And there you have it. To summarize, about 30% of the participants have overcome the computer's brainwashing. These individuals now remember who they are. They're all Class A magi. One girl in particular made quick work of the brainwashing. You might say she's a natural, and therefore more adept than mages, who have been more sheltered. Unlike those domesticated sheep, she's a wild mouflon? I don't know. Stronger, rarer, wilder. She couldn't even bear to put on the school uniform the other sheep mindlessly wear. As novel as that girl's wildness is, wild things end up in cages. Still, keep your distance and your guard up. The voice coming from in front of the supply room is none other than that of a teacher, Kuzuki. He was speaking politely, almost reverently. However, this Rin Tosaka, the Harways in Asia have voiced some concerns regarding her. She is the daughter of a noble family, which makes her unruly behavior even more unbecoming. The voice that chimes in to join Kuzuki's is none other than the transfer student, Leo's. Unlike in class, his voice held a childlike temerity. It seemed like Kuzuki's words bothered him. I simply just... She's a failure, like the other dropouts, and so she's below your concern. There's nothing in the world that doesn't concern me, teacher. More importantly, I wonder what a domesticated being like me can learn from her wild bravery. There is nothing, because you are already perfect. Anything you lack is something the world itself lacks. It was a joke. It's been a while since I've been scolded. I think I enjoy it coming from you. In any case, I'll heed your warning about her. So, are there any other important happenings? It's worth noting the assassin sent by those alchemists. I have yet to confirm anything, but no doubt they're lurking about. I don't believe I've ever seen how an alchemist fights. Their charms, or their symbols rather, are quite unusual. We have the opportunity now. Aren't you curious, teacher? Wait until I have checked about this assassin first. Those are the only ones to watch out for. However, there are others with excellent abilities. A handful of others have passed the prelims besides Rin Tosaka. I don't see the rush. I think there's much to be learned from observing this school. I'd like to take my time and enjoy, for instance, the beauty of things like the garden. They seem to employ quite the skilled gardener. You should see the garden too, Mr. Kuzuki. No, brother. I will respectfully decline. That ends my report. I see. Too bad. Then, if you need anything else... It'll be best if we have as little contact with each other as we can. It is unusual for a teacher and a student to meet like this. I understand. Be careful. Yes, you too, brother. Following those words, they both disappear, perfectly in sync with each other. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I get the feeling that I shouldn't have been listening. Wait, did I talk to you before? Yeah. You were talking about having a headache. Did you hear? There was a murder here the day before yesterday. There's been a number of murders in the area recently. Scary. So I think we can kind of see what's going on here. Nice to see you again. So, what's with Little Red Rooftop? The girl in red disappeared right before your eyes? Tell the editor-in-chief all the juicy deets. Good work on the investigation. Report to the editor-in-chief. Yep. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? What? Little Red Rooftop vanished before your eyes? If she disappeared, there isn't anything we can do about that. Nothing we can do? What's with the editor-in-chief's reaction? It's not right. I thought she'd say something like, hey, don't scare me like that. Actually, the problematic part is how nonchalant she is that a person disappeared. Your next story will be Mystery of the Courtyard Chapel. The editor-in-chief keeps talking like nothing happened. She's already on to the next thing. Should I say something? Hey, did you know there's a chapel on campus even though this isn't a mission school? It seems the chapel has been here longer than the school. This is just rumor, but they say that it's haunted and magic rites are performed there. I'm sending you to investigate. The entrance to the courtyard is on the end of the right side of the first floor hallway. Okay, first floor. Got it. Leonardo Harway? Of the Western European plutocracy? Leonardo Bistario Harway would be the distinguished son of the Harway plutocratic family. He's young, but soon he'll rule the world. So what is that Western European plutocrat doing here? Excellent question. Can't get into the library still. Let's go upstairs first. Oh my god. You scared the bejesus out of me. What do you want? Actually, I'm glad you're here. The editor-in-chief asked me to investigate the 7 wonders, but check this out. One of Tsukimihara Academy's 7 wonders is a female ghost who wanders the hallway. The ghost of a foreign girl wanders the 3rd floor. If you respond to her, she'll suck out your soul. Now that you know the details, go investigate it for me. Huh? You think I should just walk around the 3rd floor and do it on my own? No way. I really can't handle paranormal stuff. If anyone can take on the case of the wandering ghost on the 3rd floor, it's you. Good luck. Okay. Is it gonna be Alice? Once school is over, all traces of humanity disappear. The silence left behind is terrifying. Alone in the midst of this unnerving scene, I suddenly sense a strange presence nearby. It feels like there is someone standing right behind me, staring at the back of my head. It has to be my imagination. I hear no footsteps, no sounds of breathing. I am alone here. And yet, the feeling that I am not alone persists. It must be a hallucination of some kind. What should I do? If it's my imagination playing tricks on me, then nothing should be there if I turn around and look. So, what should I do? We're gonna look! I turn around and, of course, no one is there. Nope, there she is! And I was right! Is what I want to say. However, standing there is what appears to be a young girl. The young girl's appearance is definitely at odds with the surrounding campus. With its massive frills and hooped skirt, her dress is right out of the Victorian era. Combined with her porcelain-like skin, she looks just like a child's doll come to life. It's kind of a relief, but the point is, she doesn't seem like she's really alive. The girl doesn't move a muscle, just like a doll, just like a corpse, just like a painting, just like a wraith. Her eyes, so full of sadness, stare fixedly in my direction. Suddenly, her figure begins to melt away. As she slowly fades into nothingness, the last things to disappear are her eyes. With that, the strange presence I felt fades away. There's nothing to indicate a girl was ever here. She must be the source of all the wandering girl stories floating around school. So that's 5. There was a mention of Rani, so... So I was looking at the garden and caught the eye of a stranger, and then they vanished. Maybe it's just a coincidence, but I've had a splitting headache ever since. What's up with that? What do you want, second year? Could you possibly be... No, no way. Go home, kid. The area around this school hasn't been safe recently. So who would be in the garden of the people we have left to meet? Investigate the chapel, okay. I was at the arcade the other day and I saw Miss Fujimura there again. I think she lives there. I saw her there too. She won so many stuffed animals, it was like she was mustering an army. That's strange, even for here. Oh, it's you again. I don't have time to play like you obviously do. Go play reporter or whatever it is friendless little geeks like you do instead of having a life. Jeez, dude. What's going on in there? Room 1B, the classroom feels... Interesting. What's he looking at in 1B? Faculty office, can't go in. Okay. Are you going to the garden? Keep your guard up, it's almost too quiet there. Lately, I've been getting these crushing headaches at school. It's starting to freak me out. Well, shit. Normal. Normal things are happening. The man stands like a black stain, tainting the joyfully multicolored flower beds around him. It's the new teacher, Kazuki. But the man standing in front of me isn't acting like a teacher by any stretch of the imagination. The sick malignancy of overbearing aggression fills the air. And then scattered around him are dead bodies of students? Why did you come in here? I'm certain I locked that door. I suppose I'll test you out. His thin lips hardly moved, but in the next instant, I'm bowled over, as if struck by an invisible force. Chaotic thoughts bury my brain like endless grains of sand. What happened? Can I move my limbs? Seriously, what was that? Kazuki hasn't moved. No one else is nearby. Who? Why? How? My thoughts whirl. My heart races. I see what you are now. It isn't you, I suppose. His voice was a quiet hiss, but I could hear everything he said. This man with cold, inscrutable eyes raises his palm toward me. When I come to, I'm collapsed in the garden. The garden is silent. There's not even a trace of Kazuki or of the corpses that had been there. I'm uninjured, though my body aches from laying on the hard ground. The cold sweat that had covered me is gone, too. Only the piercing pain in my head remains. Maybe it was just a bad dream. I gulp air and attempt to stand. The ground seems to move under my feet. I'm delusional. Of course the ground isn't moving. I'll give my report to the editor-in-chief tomorrow and just go home for today. Nope, we're not leaving yet. No, I should probably look around the campus a little more. If I want to leave, go through the main gate. Yep, okay. A faint voice can be heard coming from inside the chapel. I wonder if a service is being held now. But as I try to move closer to better hear the muffled voice, my body refuses to cooperate. Ugh. Having some, lag spikes. So, you know how people dream about what they do in the day? I've got a new plan. Sleep studying. Good luck with that. Hey, guess what? I saw the priest eating some super spicy food at a Chinese restaurant by my house. Mapo tofu. The man himself. Hello, young pupil. I shall follow your progress with great interest. Best of luck. The heck? What's that sound? The editor-in-chief needs to give him a bonus after getting him involved with all these weird things. I don't think he's getting paid at all. It's just a club. Okay. Seems like that's all for now. Where is the belfry? In that moment, gentle days end. When I enter the classroom this time, things are a bit different. Wow! Okay, then how do you solve this problem, Leo? In this case, you substitute this for this and divide everything by x. It's the same simple equation that you used earlier. Whoa, you're right! Thank you, Leo! Unlike someone else, he helps out his classmates without displaying an ounce of condescension. And that someone is directing a nasty scowl towards the new kid. That bunch of brown-nosing idiots will suck up to anyone who's got bigger pea brains than theirs. Whatever. It's no skin off my back. People who are ugly inside are ugly outside, too. Oh god, I need some water. One sec. I was really hoping this game would be fully voiced and wouldn't, like, kill my throat. It seems that Shinji's gaggle of female admirers has migrated to Leo's desk. For once, Shinji's irritation is kind of understandable. I'll give him this. The brat is a real charity worker, laying on the charm for those sows. He's desperate to appear smarter than me, but I'm the real smart one here. I see what he's doing. That dumb little kid doesn't know that I'm onto him. Reacting to Shinji's voice, Leo glances this way. Leo's expression is inscrutable, but not hostile. What do you want? You want to go? After a few false starts, Shinji finally manages to squeeze that out in a low voice. I don't know if Leo heard, but he gets out of his seat. The recoil turns into a noticeable flinch, which Leo smiles kindly at in response. Unlike Shinji's, Leo's gestures are filled with dignity. If I have unknowingly given you cause to be malicious, I would like to deeply apologize. Shinji Mato, was it? I'll be careful not to upset you in the future. His message firmly delivered, Leo returns to his seat. His soft voice bore no note of hostility or resentment. I know it's hard to believe, but maybe Leo wasn't upset. He knows when to bow down to true authority, it seems. I'm such a nice guy, I'll just accept his apology. Yeah, it's not like he ever pissed me off. After visually confirming that Leo is otherwise occupied, Shinji feigns calmness and leans back. I made it. Good morning, And there she goes. And thud. That sound makes me cringe no matter how many times I hear it. Everyone is desensitized to it for the most part. Even knowing that she'll jump to her feet in a few seconds, we should probably worry more. Shinji still seems to be in a bad mood. It's obvious that he doesn't like Leo all that much. But with him, it's impossible to tell if he's really mad or just being cynical. Floor minus 1 HP. Either way, it's just more of the same. Just like our homeroom teacher's daily dramatic entrance. And once again, the day begins. Alrighty then, let's pick up where we left off. According to Dr. Peaceman's biography, during class, I thought I saw Leo smirk a little, but other than that, nothing exciting occurred. Today is just another boring day in a long string of boring days. Who here knows what amnesia is? It's a terrifying condition where an individual loses all of their memories. It's caused by brain damage, severe trauma, or even infections of one's mucous membranes. The section of the doctor's biography we just covered touches on this condition. The cure for such a scary condition was discovered by Dr. Peaceman. With that said, using amnesia as an excuse for forgetting your homework isn't going to fly. When I was young, a fair number of my classmates were unscrupulous enough to try this. And before you get any ideas, I'm still young. In fact, I'm putting that fact on the test. And as per the norm, Tiger's lecture starts to peter out. Just as a collective, this again starts to rise from the students. Miss Fujimura. Without being acknowledged by the teacher, Leo suddenly rises to his feet. The tension in the classroom ratchets up immediately as all eyes focus on Leo. The young boy surveys the room with a mysterious smile, taking in everyone's startled glances. Oh, and of course, my fellow classmates. It is time for me to leave. We will probably never meet again, so I wish you all well. What the... My head. The pain. Ah, and before I forget, Miss Fujimura, I think you are still young, even now. Just your presence is enough to remind me of the beauty of youth. You're a remarkable person. After what seemed to be a very slight bow, he immediately seems to disappear from the room. Alright, then let's continue. Please turn to page 86. And accompanied by the sound of flipping pages, the lesson goes on as if nothing had happened. Showing off like that in the middle of class? What a jackass. If you have to use the John, be a little more discreet. And that I have to leave crap. Seriously, isn't he supposed to be some kind of aristocrat or princeling or something? Of course, what just happened is impossible. A highly suspicious disappearance in the middle of class, and the teacher doesn't seem to care. No one in class says anything, and the class continues as if nothing strange has happened. It was the same dull, dreary scene as yesterday and the day before. This can't be natural. After Leo's exit from class, the lesson continues unabated, as if following a set script. Strange. This is definitely strange. It's as if the world tilted slightly and everything within it is losing its sense of presence. My head feels like it's going to explode. The pain is making it hard to remember who I am. Wait, come to think of it. I mean, really? Who am I? What is my name? How old am I? Where do I live? How many people are in my family? What was my life like before I started attending this school? I can't remember anything. My memory has been completely erased somehow. How and why did this happen? That's right, the editor-in-chief of the journalism club. As the president of the journalism club, she should at least know my name. I know I had to have filled out something when I first joined the club. I'll ask her. Hopefully she'll be in her normal spot. Man, where is everyone? It's like a ghost town around here. Things are getting weird. Things have been weird, girl. That Leo guy. Where in the heck did he go? I never thought he'd be the type to ditch class. Alright, nobody else in the classroom. What's with Leo all of a sudden? But after seeing that, I've had enough of this. Ow. My headache has gone from terrible to worse. I'm freaked out. Ugh, my head. It hurts. What is this blurriness? Tsukimihara Times final issue, The Bizarre Visual Static. This is an announcement to the remaining students. The preliminaries will end shortly. Once you've learned everything, head home. Or you may never get to do so again. Good work on the investigation. Report to the editor-in-chief. There's nobody else down here. Alright then. Oh, our club's ace. Did you find out anything yesterday? The editor-in-chief is her usual cheery self. All I can think about is the pile of dead bodies I witnessed. No, I have to ask about myself. I'll ask her what my name is. Huh? Your name? Just look it up in the registry in the library. Yeah, the school registry. It has everyone's names. If I look at the school registry, it might jog my memories. I'll go to the library. You want to see the registry of names? It's on a bookshelf in the library, I think. This music is cool. I like it. I found it. Tsukimihara Academy Student Registry. Once I read through this, I should be able to remember everything about myself. I open the book and begin turning pages. Immediately, I notice something's terribly wrong. The pages are blank. Blank, blank, blank. Every single page was blank. I reach for last year's school registry, and when I start flipping through the pages, blank, 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 blank. What is happening here? Who am I? And just what is this place? You don't look so hot. Are things getting fuzzy around the edges? You're almost there. Ah, there she is again. I thought I had scared her away for good, but she's come back. I'd better not make any sudden moves, or she'll just run away. Also, I'll let her speak first. However, she just continues to stare at me with an intensity that borders on terrifying. Maybe I should say something to her, but softly, so as not to startle her? Maybe if I keep my back to her, it'll help a little. I'll just call to her over my shoulder. I obviously can't see the look on the young girl's face, and all I sense is hesitation. Her voice matches her appearance, small and faint. In a hesitant, halting voice, she begins to speak. If that's so, I'm Alice. I'm always here, so... She suddenly stops talking. Thinking she disappeared again, I turn around, only to see Alice still standing there. As I turn, she flinches a little and begins to fade away, then stops, and starts staring at me. As our customary staring contest begins anew, I swear that I can see a faint smile on her face. Hey, mister, let's have tea together sometime. Oh, Alice, my baby girl. Are you ready for the exam? It's almost here, but don't look at me if you need a study buddy. A pleasant breeze blows in through the open window that overlooks the garden. As I look into the garden, I see a female student standing in the center alone. That looks like... Yep. She has a striking appearance, with long purple hair, almond skin, and a preternatural charm. It seems like... calm, not charm. It seems like she's meditating, her hands folded in a specific way and her eyes closed. I find that I can't stop looking at her. No one else seems to notice that she stands out dramatically. I start to feel uneasy about her. The girl's eyes snap open. Suddenly, a massive jolt rocks the school, causing me to stumble about uncontrollably. The building shakes with a thunderous roar. The source seems to be the girl in the garden. What in the hell just happened? In the resulting confusion, my vision begins to distort. Dizziness, headaches, a sense of weightlessness. I close my eyes to keep from being overwhelmed. When I open my eyes again, everything is exactly as it should be, like nothing happened. However, the air is permeated with a seductively sweet scent. Also, the girl that was in the garden had already disappeared. Was everything that happened just an illusion? Or maybe... As I turn to leave, I see the girl from the garden walking towards me. That blast was meant to destroy everything in its range, but the school seems stout enough. As she walks, she looks out the window and talks to herself. As she goes by, she gives me a smile. Ronnie, come back! Can't get up to the rooftop. There's something wrong with this place, but more worrying is the fact I can't remember who I am. As I wander the campus, I see Leo walking down a hallway on the first floor. As a transfer student, I can't see why Leo would want to visit any of the freshmen. Also, there's nothing but a dead end up ahead. I wonder what Leo is really up to. We'll follow after him in a sec. Sakura. Oh, it's you, brother. I heard that you skipped archery practice again. What in the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, brother, but You've embarrassed me again. How many times must I repeat myself, Sakura? Are you stupid? I mean, if you keep listening to others instead of me... Wait. Did I call you my little sister? I don't have a sister. I mean, I've always wanted one, but... Man, recently, things have been kind of flaky. Ah! Damn it! What's this weird feeling? Brother, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected. Please maintain a calm demeanor. Brother, please relax. Inserting reassurance text. Error detected. What's up, Shinji? Whatever is the matter, brother? Select desired sister personality. Things will get worse if you don't decide, but any choice you make will be the wrong one. So why not totally lose it, brother? Calm down, down. What in the... What's going on? Damn, everything is going haywire. Brother, wait. Cease forward progress. Cease forward progress. Male relation construct, brother. Sakura Mato's speech begins to skip and repeat, almost as if she is a malfunctioning robot. Close enough. It's like she was reading from a script rather than engaging in a normal conversation. It wasn't only the incredible fleeing Shinji or the robotic Sakura that was going insane. Vertigo overcomes me as the school starts to waver. Something strange is happening to the world. Honestly, I thought Shinji already knew. Ah, brother, you appear to be experiencing fatigue. Inserting apology text. Error detected. Anything out in the garden? It's a water fountain. The pumped up water creates an elegant arc. Does not look like there's anything going on in the garden. A faint voice can be heard coming from inside the chapel. Okay, can't go in the church yet. Alright, let's go see what Leo was up to. I suddenly have this weird feeling that someone or something is up ahead in the hallway. Who, for some reason, is examining the wall at the end of the hallway with almost excessive interest. The attention to detail is quite impressive. Even the surrounding air is surprisingly substantial. If that is the case, this world is in some ways more real than the real world it represents. But that's just my opinion. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on this? In that moment, it feels like my heart skips a beat. Almost immediately, my blood pressure skyrockets along with my body temperature. My pulse is like an explosion in my ears as my blood races through my veins, and the reason is clear. Now Leo, has turned to face me. I now know for sure he's talking to me, as there is nobody else present besides the two of us. Greetings. I believe this is the first time we've had an actual conversation. I don't feel any sense of hostility from Leo. In fact, his smile seems genuinely friendly. His smile has the same effect on me as the rising of the morning sun, warm and comforting. In addition to his smile, his presence is inviting and inclusive, and I find myself drawn to him. Oddly, my worries have vanished. All I can think of is doing as he says, as that's the only way to... My mind feels like it's in a haze. It's like Leo is controlling my thoughts in some way. Attending school wasn't half bad. I've never had the opportunity to go to one before now. In that respect, this has been quite an interesting experience. However, the time for fun has come to an end. I did not come here to play at being a student. No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. And for me, the time to do so has arrived. With those final words, Leo turns his back on me. Farewell. No, that's not quite right. I don't think farewell would be accurate in this situation. For reasons I cannot explain, I have the distinct feeling that we will see each other again. So I guess I should use the more congenial "see you later." Well, it's time for me to move on. I wish you the best of luck. With those final words, Leo disappears. It's like he ceases to exist. One moment his hand is on the wall, the next he is gone. The young man in front of me seems to disappear before my very eyes. I want to say reality rejected his existence in it, but it feels like it was the opposite, that he refused to be constrained by it. It wasn't any special ability that allowed him to do so, just his strength of will. With his departure, I feel as if a great weight is lifted from my very being. And rather than be a cause for concern, it brings a fundamental question to mind. Who am I? As the question pops into my head, it begins to take on a life of its own, searing my brain. Damn, nobody's around. Nobody's in the archery range. Huh. Alright then. Oh, I can't leave? Wait, shit, where am I supposed to go then? Okay. The door to the supply room is locked tight. Students aren't allowed to enter. Okay. Cafeteria's just up ahead. Looks like they're still getting ready. Boys' bathroom. Girls' bathroom. Faculty office. Can't go in. Nurse's office. Can't go in. Still nothing in the garden. The girlies are gone. Wait, hang on. Do I need to follow after Leo? Aha! I investigate the wall that Leo disappeared through. It's just a concrete wall at the end of the hallway. About the only thing on the floor is dust. But I am positive there must be something here because Leo walked through the wall. It would be so easy to turn around, go back down the hallway, and pretend nothing happened. But there are still things I need to know. I have no memories. That means I've never had anywhere else to go but here. No place to return to. What was it that Leo said? No matter how enjoyable the detour, eventually one must return to their appointed path. That's what he said, didn't he? Then beyond this wall lies the appointed path, and the truth. If I follow him, I'll learn the answers to my questions, even if those answers are painful. But ignorance is bliss. Do I have the fortitude to face the truth and accept it? I gotta know. Something's different. Down to the floors and the walls, the school has changed the very substance of its being. For some reason, reality cracking this way is intensely disturbing. This world around me is more real than a painting, but not even as real as a sandcastle. I feel like it's so brittle I could tap it and the echo would shake this whole world. Where the boring concrete wall once stood, now there's a doorway that I can freely walk through. It's an entrance. No, an emergency exit, like stairs to the outside. It's not something of this world. I have no doubt that the world the door leads to is utterly alien. Whatever awaits inside, whatever shape it takes, there's a certain sort of finality to seeing it. Ultimately, I've already committed to this path. I bid farewell to the false world and take my first step along the appointed path. Beyond the door seems to be a dismal-looking scrapyard. Out in front of me is the smooth-skinned effigy. While trying to figure out exactly what to do with it... Welcome, potential master. A voice comes out of nowhere. That effigy with you is your sword and shield for what lies ahead. It will move in response to your commands. Now then, please proceed. The truth that you seek lies ahead. The motivations of the owner of that voice worry me, but it's obvious I won't learn anything by standing here. Also, there is no longer a path by which I can return. I have no choice but to head into the darkness with only this strange doll as protection. I made it. Within the deepest depths of the world beyond the door, this place must be the goal I'm supposed to reach. At least, that's what I thought. It's stifling, the aura of purity that seems to act as a ward against corrupted souls who try to enter. The feeling is familiar. It has the feeling of a chapel where the spirits of the deceased still linger. At first I didn't notice, being overwhelmed by the grandeur of the room. But to one side is a young man in a familiar uniform, lying still on the ground. I call out to him, but there is no reply. I shake him in an attempt to wake him up when I notice he's stone cold. I go as pale as the corpse before me, and I can no longer think coherently. All I can do is stare in bewilderment. It is at this moment the fallen effigy lying next to the male student comes to its feet with a clatter. Before I get a chance to make sense of what's going on, it suddenly twists around and comes right at me. Oh boy. Combat! Ow. Ow! I'm not... Huh? Okay, I think I was supposed to lose that. Because, like, I'm pretty sure the combat is turn-based. You seem to be lacking as well. I didn't stand a chance against that thing. It seems I wasn't qualified to be here. Me? Qualifications? That's right, I should know everything by now. The truth has to be here. But now... everything's going dark. I'm not even really scared. The only feeling that remains in me is regret. Even at the very end, I was unable to remember anything about myself. Someone, anyone, if you make it beyond here, please don't forget my name. Yo, opening sequence! Is this Ali Project? No way. It's got their sound. His story has ended. But what about yours? Before you write your own story, choose the vessel of your power. Alright. I am going to play dictator here. I have already made my choice for who we're going to be playing as our servant first. A woman who wields a sword boldly. Saber. A young woman clothed in crimson raiment with the mannerisms of a man. This servant is best suited for novice players. Umu. That's my wife. I always awaken very abruptly. I don't even think I dream. I suddenly find myself walking to school. My headache worsens day by day, until it finally buzzes in my head like an alarm. That day, in potent numbness, I wake up twice as fast as normal. I walk to the schoolyard. It's clear and cloudless, 7:30 a.m. But what season is it? When I try to recall what season it is, I start to get so dizzy I almost pass out. I may wind up back in bed if I let go and faint. For some time, I've been embracing a rush of useless information. The normal stuff you'd see at a school, like the hustle and bustle of my classmates by the entrance. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed. When I push the thought, my field of vision fizzles. Today, there's a crowd of students milling in front of the school gate, and more are being directed that way. As to what's going on, there's a boy in a black uniform in front of the school gate. He's my friend, as I recall. He's Issei Ryudo, as I recall. I remember this from the first time. When Issei notices me looking at him, he pushes through the crowd. Good morning. Lovely weather we're having, don't you think? Why do you look so surprised? We announced at last week's assembly that this month the student council would strictly enforce school rules. He runs through his spiel as if this was the first time he'd ever disclosed the information. I already know this. I know it. I already know what happens. It's happened more than once. I'm seized by a headache. I'm so dizzy I feel like I'm being forcibly logged out of my consciousness. First, let me check your student ID. I shouldn't need to remind you, but it should be on you at all times. My login ID is being checked. It's so obvious now. I answer clearly to the question that usually makes me go dizzy. So, our choice. Since I made the choice of servant, I will leave this up to chat. Do we play as male or female Hakuno this time around? This is a purely cosmetic difference, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think it actually changes much. Female? Heck yeah. Hakunon! Let's go. I'm going to name her Hakuno because that is her canon name, and frankly, I tend to feel a little bit awkward when naming, like, RPG characters after myself. Her best girl? Heck yeah. Oh, gotta get last name, too. That's right. Her last name is Kishi... Nami. No. Shit. No. Ah! How do I backspace? Oh, god damn it. Putting in square isn't doing anything, even though it says... Ah! Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Fixed. And for her nickname, we are of course going with Hakunon. More games should have a nickname mechanic if they ask you to, like, name the player character. Great. There's no telling when an emergency might occur, and it will be a help if you have your ID. I feel nauseous, and I know it has nothing to do with what I ate for breakfast this morning. I feel nauseous because of the world around me. It's repeating itself over and over, and that's making me sick. Now for the uniform inspection. Collar, check. Pant hems, check. And your socks, check. But I'm not wearing pants, I'm wearing a skirt. I want him to get out of my way. I want this repetition to stop. I push him aside and go forward. I'm not nice about it either. Next is the contents of your bag. Notebooks, textbooks, pencil box, not even a whiff of contraband. Your nails are evenly cut and your haircut is sensible. Indeed, quite remarkable. You're a model Tsukimihara Academy student. He keeps on talking loudly, even though he's facing no one. I have a headache. I'm shivering. I know one thing for sure. This is wrong. This is not the school I know. It can't be. I have to go. I have to hurry and wake up, or else it will be too late. But who am I? Awakening for... My anxiety and headaches are only getting worse. Afternoon arrives while I desperately try to find a way to escape this bizarre situation. As is now the norm, my vision is overlaid with some kind of unnatural distortion. Uneasiness, futility, emptiness. I want someone to explain to me the true nature behind all of these feelings. There must be a key somewhere, something that will have the answers to all of my questions. Okay, we have been freed. So, we're gonna go ahead and save here. No, go back to this one. Yep. We're gonna save over this. And I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. I gotta say, the prologue was, like, really well done. The, like, slow build-up and revelations of, like, oh, so that's what's going on. Very good so far, very fun. So we will be continuing this for a good while. So I hope you all are looking forward to it. Thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight, and I hope to see you all next time.